Has Shopify dropshipping officially died? If you look almost anywhere online, you'll hear mentions about Shopify dropshipping and how this business model does not work. And then there's obviously the outliers in this market who are posting the results, making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. So who do you believe, and is this market still alive, flourishing, and worth diving into? We're gonna be talking about that in today's video. If you're new to the channel, my name's Tan, and every single week we drop super valuable content. So if you enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But with that being said, let's get into today's video. By the way, guys, our Black Friday sale just went live, and this is gonna be your last chance to join our Ecom Uplift program and get grandfathered for the rest of your life on the current pricing. After Black Friday, the price is going to be going up dramatically, so I highly recommend you click that first link down in the description and secure your spot now. So before we get into this question, let's flash back in time to when I first got started into e-commerce, which I consider the glory days. E-commerce was rather simple around them. Shopify still wasn't a huge player, and companies like WooCommerce were taking most of the market share of e-commerce. But this year, the whole Shopify dropshipping model really started to pick up, and this is when I got into it. During these times, I considered advertising to be quite easy.
Too easy right here.
The main method of advertising for me during these times was using Instagram influencers, mostly posting on different meme pages and pages with personalities behind it, and these were wildly successful because influencer posts were still barely at the surface and not that many brands were using them. And pretty much anytime I ran an advertisement, I would turn $1 into $5, so the advertising return was absolutely ridiculous. Now, while Instagram influencers can still be a great way to advertise today, they're nowhere nearly as successful as they used to be. And over time, right before my eyes, I slowly started to watch the decline of the Instagram influencer success rate. My 5x return started to diminish drastically, and this is when I realized there was a massive shift in the market. And this is when we enter the 2019 and 2020 era. During this period of time, in my opinion, the best way to advertise was using Facebook. At this point, Facebook costs were relatively cheap. It wasn't very surprising to see $5 or $7 CPMs throughout these platforms on really good audiences. And in my opinion, Facebook has pretty much been carrying the entire e-commerce scene until 2021. This is where I think a massive shift has taken place, where Facebook has actually been replaced with TikTok as the best advertising platform to get into and make sales relatively quickly. On all these platforms before, the only way to really participate in getting tons of sales is by paying for advertising. But with TikTok's algorithm, it makes it so easy for almost any newcomer to throw a video up and get hundreds of thousands of views for completely free. Now, why does this matter, and am I ever going to answer if Shopify dropshipping is dead? Well, my answer is no, it's definitely not, and I think everyone has an amazing opportunity right now, because like I said, the golden era was in 2017 with Instagram. I think we're in another golden era right now, where I'm really seeing direct-to-consumer brands create some massive companies with very little ad spend and by leveraging TikTok's algorithm. And also, to be fair, I think Shopify dropshipping was much more saturated at the beginning of 2021. A lot of the newcomers that came into this business model, they tested it out and they realized that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. A lot of people out there portray this business model as something for you to make lots of money super quickly, but this business model does take time and dedication to master your arsenal in order to go out there and advertise properly. And most people simply don't have the patience for that, and those people moved over to a lot of these shit coins like Shiba Inu and the NFT marketplace. So I think there is a lot of potential for people out there who really want to create some cool businesses, because I truly think that this Shopify dropshipping model is gonna stay, but obviously it's constantly evolving over time. When I first got started, you could get away creating a website, having low quality images, bad descriptions, and your products would still fly off the shelf. shelf. Now, in today's day and age, while you still can dropship with some low quality images and not the best website at first, in order to truly be successful in this e-commerce game and in this landscape, you're gonna really need to think like a business owner. So when your company is getting a significant amount of orders, you're gonna wanna start thinking about private labeling your product, which basically means ordering your product with a logo on this. And not only will this help you in the short term with attracting more customers, but in the long term, you're actually building a real asset. Most people don't know this still to this day, but one of the greatest things you're doing when starting an e-commerce business is creating that asset. Because if you grow it up to any significant value, you're gonna be able to sell it. And the e-commerce market is so hot right now for businesses that are being bought up by different retail investors. So if I were to give a few tips to Shopify dropshippers who are just starting, number one, be prepared to fail. There's a lot of testing and tweaking when you're in the e-commerce market, and nothing's ever gonna go as you planned.
Was not expecting that.
A lot of the times you're gonna see a very clear path to success, but there's gonna be so many roadblocks that you're gonna need to overcome in order to be successful. Because at each point in your business, there's different pivots and there's different situational things that you're gonna need to get through. And the second tip, don't be emotional in this business. I truly think e-commerce is such a data-driven business because every piece of data that you're fed, you need to make quick decisions on. So I truly think that if you come into this business model, not expecting to make a ton of money, but with the mindset of educating yourself on all the fundamentals of this business model and just coming at this with a more lighthearted approach and using the budget that you can comfortably lose, then I think you're gonna have a lot more success than someone coming into this with their last $1,000 and needing this to work. I see way too many people put their backs against the wall and they really take the fun out of this whole process and they're not actually learning it cohesively, so it all goes to trash. Now, the third tip is just to keep going. If you try a couple e-commerce stores and it doesn't work out for you, so what? You might have to test out a few more products there, but at the end of the day, if you can just get one store to be successful, it could completely change your life. And I think a lot of people fail to reference this. They look at their L's too much rather than focusing on the W at the end of the road. And obviously, if you're able to get to that point where you're able to have a store that's making you consistent income every day, I'm sure that's gonna beat out all those low times that you had to go through. So anyways, I hope this video was really valuable and it got you guys motivated, because I think there's been a lack of good content on Shopify dropshipping. So I had to come back and remotivate you guys and hopefully get you guys to take advantage of the rest of this year and into 2022. So if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Smash the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.